Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. And in this lesson, we'll look at the 3 ways we can create our website using WordPress. Let's take a look at the first way, which is using WordPress's default editor, the Gutenberg editor. Now, the Gutenberg editor is WordPress's default editor, and it was introduced in WordPress version number 5 and replaced something called the classic editor, which was the platform's previous way of building your website. Gutenberg is described as a page builder where you drag and drop blocks to build your web page. And we'll see this editor in greater detail in a future video. I'll just briefly show you how it looks like. So this is the Gutenberg editor. So as you can see, we have our blocks here on the left, and all you need to do is drag and drop your blocks to build some content. Like so, and there's tons of blocks that you can choose from, okay? Tons of blocks. And we'll take a look in greater detail of how we can use this. And then, for example, you have an image here where you can upload images, etc. So this is how the Gutenberg editor looks like. Now, each block will have its own unique features to it, like an image block or a heading block, and all the other blocks that are available to us. And we'll take a look at them in great detail in future. With the Gutenberg editor, content is divided based on these blocks. Now, the second way of building your website may be to use the classic editor, which was WordPress's previous default editor before Gutenberg. And this is how the classic editor looks like. Now, the classic editor is a more traditional text editor. So you have a single text field over here where you put your content without using any blocks or any visual block structure at all. This is a really straightforward interface relying only on this toolbar here above for formatting options like putting bold, italics, making lists, etc. And unlike Gutenberg, which emphasizes a visual approach, the classic editor provides a simpler, more text-centric editing experience. Now, to use the classic editor, you actually have to download a plugin called Classic Editor, and I will show you that really quickly. I've already installed it just to make it easier for us, but you just need to add new plugin and type in Classic Editor. And now watch when I make a new post, we no longer see that visual aesthetic approach of the blocks. Now we just write our content here. So write out the content here. So let me just deactivate that. Go back. So that's the second way of creating content or building your web page using the classic editor. Now, the third way is going to be using third-party plugins like Elementor. Now, Elementor is also a drag and drop page builder where you have elements that you can drag onto your page. Now, plugins like Elementor introduce a more advanced and feature-rich approach to building out your website. One advanced feature that you can do with Elementor is build out the layout and the design of your website in any way that you'd like. Users also have tons of pre-made templates to choose from where you can then build on top of the template. One huge advantage to using page builders like Elementor is having the ability to see your changes live without having to save, publish, or preview constantly. All this combined with ease of use makes Elementor my preferred way of building websites, and I'll actually show you how it looks like. So this is how the Elementor interface looks like, and we're going to dive in deep in future videos of how it works. But similar to the Gutenberg blocks, you have your elements here, and you can just drag and drop on top of it. So for example, I can add a button right below my heading there. Perhaps I want to add another heading above that button here where I just need to drag and drop, find it there. You can add styles to it, okay? Change the colors, okay? I can scroll down. I can make any interface I'd like to. For example, down here, I can add 2 columns here, okay? I'm just gonna make something super duper quick. Add some colors. I could have an image on the left-hand side. On the right-hand side, I could have an icon, for example, okay? I could have, pretty much any of the blocks that are mentioned here, okay? I can even add Google Maps here. We'll explore in detail the amount of elements and what you can do with them. Now, in this course, we'll look in great detail how to use the Gutenberg editor and how to use Elementor, okay? But that's all for today's video. In the next video, we'll take a deeper look at the media library section. See you then.